My first choice of specialty was actually obstetrics and gynecology. How did I make the dramatic turn to psychiatry? Hi guys, my name is Sisi and I'm a Ugandan medical doctor in the UK. I'm a core psychiatry trainee. I'm working in England, and in this video I'm going to talk about how I chose psychiatry and a few reasons why I think it's the best specialty. So in the fifth year of my medical school, I was walking along on the campus and one of my lecturers, that was Dr. Raymond Odokonero, shout out to him, best lecturer and mentor, asked me and my friend to go to his office, and it turns out we were the best in the psychiatry exams the previous semester, and he basically recruited me into psychiatry. So he told me all the pros that he had found as a psychiatrist. The first time that I had an idea, or the first time I actually considered psychiatry as a career. So I'd always been fascinated by the human mind. I'd love to know why people do things, how do people become the way they are. I even believed that myth at some point that psychiatrists can read minds, which is not true, of course. This is why the specialty is one that I think was a good match for me. During my internship, we actually had to do C-sections, and it turned out that I couldn't stand for the entire C-section. I would just get dizzy, and also the smell of blood would make me faint. So that's when that totally put me off of that, and I knew I couldn't do that. The first advantage of working in psychiatry is that it's really fulfilling work. It's really rewarding. It's a bit challenging, but it's equally rewarding. In psychiatry, I think it's the only specialty where you actually have time to talk to someone and find out who they are as an individual, and also treats an individual as a whole, because as psychiatrists, we're interested in both the physical health, the social circumstances, the biological, and obviously the psychological as well. So it's really like holistic, and I would say it's like a pinnacle of medicine, because we take an individual wholly, unlike a lot of the other specialties that just take out bits and pieces. Work-life balance. Psychiatry is really great for work-life balance. When you're a consultant and you're on call, you don't have to be on call in person, so you're on call but off-site. As a junior doctor, or while I'm doing my training, when I'm doing the on-call, so I still work night shifts, weekends, long days, you have to be there in person, but this is not going to be forever. When I finish and I become a consultant, then I don't have to do that as much, and you can provide advice from afar. So I find that it's great for work-life balance. Working from home is possible. So psychiatry is one of the few medical specialties where you can actually work from home, because the bulk of the work that we do is talking to people. You can actually talk to someone from anywhere. It's one of the great things I love about psychiatry, being able to work from home, working more flexibly. So in psychiatry, we have the privilege of being able to dictate our hours. It's more possible for you to say you only work from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. due to childcare. It's more predictable in terms of the hours that you can do. Unlike, say, if you had to do surgeries, and emergency surgeries can happen at any time, people seem happier. So a lot of times in psychiatry, you'll find there's like a slower pace to life. People have time to stop and take a cup of coffee, eat some biscuits. The culture in psychiatry is like more relaxed. People seem more happy in their lives. They're not like angry and bitter, and I think that's because in the general medical world there's a lot of stress and burnout, so people really don't have time. And also, I guess, the nature of the work. For instance, I worked on an acute medical ward before, and on those kind of wards, there's all this pressure, because obviously, and it has to be there because it's like immediate life and death scenarios or situations, which personally for me, the adrenaline over there was too much. And I like the calmer pace of psychiatry. More time to see patients. So in psychiatry, the appointments are a bit longer. So for a new admission, for instance, you're given at least 1 hour, and even longer in some cases. And for a follow-up, so if they have seen you before and you're now following them up, then you have up to 30 minutes to see a patient, which I think gives you a bit more time to try and come to the root of the issues, or get time to build a rapport and then figure out what's going on. Unlike some other specialties, like for instance GPs, I believe, have like only 10 minutes to see patients, and I personally wouldn't be able to cope with that. I didn't know about this while making the decision to choose psychiatry, but in the UK, a career in psychiatry attracts a premium. So you would be paid more than another doctor in the same grade. I think this is because there's a shortage and they struggle to fill the posts, but I wouldn't advise choosing psychiatry just for this. If you like this video, then please click like and watch this next.